Today I want to talk about how to spot an inauthentic person before you spill your secrets, get highly emotionally involved, or maybe sign that contract. So let me set the scene here. You're at a networking event, or maybe a brunch with a new friend, or maybe even sitting across from a client. They're charming, eye contact on point. Their stories are flawless, almost too flawless. You leave thinking, wow, they really get me. They are like my twin, or you feel like they were your sister or your brother. Fast forward a few weeks. The vibe shifts. Promises don't seem to line up with actions. And empathy seems performed. You start second guessing your gut. Congratulations, you might have just danced with an inauthentic person. So before you go full Sherlock Holmes here on your contact list and taking a look at who you spend your time with, which you should, let's break down the classic signs of inauthenticity and the subtle science behind them. So, inauthentic people, they mirror you maybe too perfectly. Have you ever met someone who loves everything that you love? It's almost like getting in a relationship and you seem to love everything that other person does, right? Same favorite band, same college experience, same enneagram type. That could be a genuine connection, or it could be strategic mirroring. So according to a 2018 study in personality and individual differences, excessive mirroring, especially early in a relationship, is a sign of impression management rather than inauthenticity. It's like someone is playing human Mad Libs with your personality. So you see this with people who are narcissistic, right? The love bombing. They love everything about you, everything that you do, they did, and they're sharing their experiences, whether they're true or not. So a red flag is when it starts feeling less like bonding and more like you're talking to your own reflection. So if you are with someone that is just like that, even the narcissists that are so love bombing, you feel like, wow, I feel so alive, I feel so loved, I feel like I'm in a relationship of my dreams. There's something to that. Run. And I have had experience with that before in my past with a prior relationship, with a prior marriage. So when you see that coming, my best suggestion is get out of that relationship or stop talking to that person, because you will get sucked in and fast. And their words and actions just don't seem to match up. When they talk about empathy, they're very empathetic and they even tell you that they are. But then they ghost you when you're down or you need help. They say that they value integrity, but then they fudge the numbers. Everything is just this one time. These inconsistencies matter. And psychologist Dr. Tasha Eurich, author of Insight, notes that truly self-aware and authentic people, they align their internal values with their external behavior. So when someone says one thing, but lives in another way, that's cognitive dissonance, not charisma. So maybe a statistic to know is only 10 to 15% of people, they're actually self-aware. Sounds like a low number, right? And really scary. But despite that, 95% believe that they are self-aware. So let that one sink in. I thought that was really interesting. These inauthentic people, they're always on, right? You know that person who's always on. They always have curated responses, polished reactions, never a hair out of place, even emotionally. That's not good branding. It might be overcompensation, if you look at it that way. And not that we want to look at the dark side of things, because people can be fabulous that are all of that. So you just have to really be careful. But inauthentic people, they often fear vulnerability. So they perform. They're like actors. But here's the twist. Authenticity isn't just about being real. It's about being consistent when no one is watching. So remember, even Beyonce has off days. We all do. If someone never lets the mask slip, the mask might be all that there is. And I think with these individuals, we have a conversational feel that starts to become transactional, right? If every chat feels like a pitch deck, or you leave drained instead of energized, you might be dealing with a connection that's more strategy than sincerity. So authentic relationships are reciprocal. Inauthentic ones, well, they're pretty conditional. And a fun fact here is, in a 2021 study published in Frontiers in Psychology, researchers found that authentic individuals, they foster deeper emotional connections, and they are also perceived as more trustworthy even in professional settings. So translation here is, people can smell fake and it's not a good perfume. I ran into someone, actually I was at my hairdresser, and the woman is dynamic and she's nice and funny, and you just want to love her. But I can feel that there's something off. I could feel that there's something about her that isn't authentic. And I feel like what she does when she's talking to me is basically a little bit of a performance. So these individuals also struggle with accountability, and I've seen that with some inauthentic people that I found through the years, is when something goes sideways, do they own it? Do they blame? Or do they blame you? I've been with many that pretty much everything is my fault. I'm not sure how that exactly works in the world, but nothing I don't see is 100% of one person's fault. So I feel like I know so many inauthentic people that they don't own anything about their lives. They blame the other person. So authentic people can say, yep, that one's on me. Inauthentic ones, they deflect, they gaslight, or they totally ghost. So watch out for the blame shuffle. It's a cha-cha dance of character dodgers. So what do you do about it? You don't have to call them out unless you really want to. You could do that. I have done that. It's not always gone so well. But protect your peace. So limit your vulnerability. Test consistency over time and trust your gut. Your gut is speaking to you, and your intuition is data too. So here are 5 signs that you're dealing with an inauthentic person. First, they mirror you like if it's a sport. Number 2 is their words and actions live on different planets. Number 3 is they're always on and never real. Number 4 is conversations feel like transactions. And number 5 is they ghost accountability like it's haunted. So authenticity, if I could get that out, isn't perfection. It's humanity. So surround yourself with humans, not holograms, and keep your peace. Stay out of the chaos. It only causes more stress in your life. So if you found this content helpful, valuable, please share it. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you all in the next video.